A chipped ceramic coaster holds the weight of 6 p.m. Leftover cinnamon tea has turned to cold rust again. Outside, the red maple leaves scrape against the glass pane, while my thoughts knot together in a quiet, heavy rain. I reach across the pine grain and press a silver key, letting a hum fill the space where my breath used to be. I don't have the words to tell anyone how tired I feel. Explanations take energy that I just cannot steal. So I let the low bass line take over the room, sweeping up the dust of this October gloom. And the melody stays, never asking me why, sitting right beside me while the night rolls by. No heavy questions, no advice to impart, just a soft woolen blanket for a fragile heart when the world gets too loud for my hands to hold. The music stays warm while the evening turns cold. An acoustic guitar picks a slow, gentle tread, saying all of the things that I left unsaid. Amber light spills across the scratches in the floor. I lock out the noise behind the heavy oak door. The rhythm doesn't judge how I wasted my hours. It just blooms in the dark like late season flowers. I don't have to fix what went wrong in the sun. I can just sit here until the tape is all done, letting the chord shifts untie every strand, washing the salt from my tired window pane. And the melody stays, never asking me why, sitting right beside me while the night rolls by. No heavy questions, no advice to impart, just a soft woolen blanket for a fragile heart when the world gets too loud for my hands to hold. The music stays warm while the evening turns cold. Sometimes the kindest thing is silence wrapped in tone, a reminder that sitting here doesn't mean I'm alone. No need to explain why my shoulders are low. The piano just follows where my shadows go. The chip coaster rests where the lamp casts its glow. Soft synth pad drifting, delicate and slow. It stays right beside me. It stays right beside me, warm in the autumn night. The hissed exhaust of city buses echoes down the lane, a low metallic rumble cutting through the autumn rain. You drop your heavy coat upon the squeaky wooden floor and leave the noisy evening at the threshold. threshold of my door. You do not have to explain the shadow in your eyes, or find a clever phrase to wear like some polite disguise. I press the button down, the small black wheel begins to spin, and let the soft electric warmth wash over us within. Let the vinyl static hold you while the sky turns cold and gray. It doesn't ask for answers that you cannot give today. Without a word between us, let the wooden speaker play a quiet, safe communion, taking all the weight away. The trumpet notes are floating like a curl of amber steam, a 30-second chord progression weaving through your dream. You pull your knees against your chest, your knuckles letting go as rust-red oak leaves tumble through the dim street lamp glow. You do not have to explain the shadow in your eyes, or find a clever phrase to wear like some polite disguise. I press the button down, the small black wheel begins to spin, and let the soft electric warmth wash over us within. Let the vinyl static hold you while the sky turns cold and gray. It doesn't ask for answers that you cannot give today. Without a word between us, let the wooden speaker play a quiet, safe communion, taking all the weight away. The world outside keeps begging you to run and make a sound to prove that you are standing on this shaky piece of ground. But music never judges how you carry what you feel. It sits here in the dark with us and lets the quiet heal. Just rest your tired shoulders now. The bassline keeps the tempo slow. No words required, my old friend. We let the music grow. Damp cedar smoke and fallen maple drift through her balcony door. She pulls her oversized cardigan tight across the wooden floor. Her shoulders carry the weight of a heavy, wordless week, unaware of the silent tear running down her warm cheek. The soft stylus drops onto the spinning vinyl ring. She leans against the cushion, waiting for the strings. The world outside demanded more than she could pay today. She turns the analog knob and lets the city fade away. And the music sits beside her on the warm wool rug, wrapping around her spirit like a deep, unspoken hug. No answers requested, no explanations to give, just warm velvet chords helping her remember how to live in this dim autumn corner. Beneath the amber light, the melody holds her hand right through the falling night. Spiced apple tea turns cold on the bedside tray. She watches the golden shadows shift across the hallway. The baseline pulses like a heartbeat, slow and true, clearing out the mental clutter she was walking through. And never asked her why her spirit feels so warm. It simply stays right there until her quiet peace is born. And the music sits beside her on the warm wool rug, wrapping around her spirit like a deep unspoken hug. No answers requested, no explanations to give, just warm velvet chords helping her remember how to live in this dim autumn corner. Beneath the amber light, the melody holds her hand right through the falling night. People always demand a reason for the gray, a quick diagnosis for why she withdrew today. But the acoustic guitar doesn't need her to explain. It simply shares the room and helps her bear the rain. Damp cedar smoke fading in the autumn air. She rests her head back softly in the armchair. The song rings out until the final tone is spent, leaving her resting in a warm, unspoken content. Silence fractures under one forgotten phrase, rattling the static in the dimly lit hallway. I pull the wool sleeve down over my hand, watching autumn rain smudge the glass where I stand. A sudden doubt hangs heavy in the room, until the turntable needle slides into the groove. No speech required, no explanations, oh, just three warm chords to lighten up the load. The low bass frequency begins to bloom, chasing the shadows out across the carpet gloom. When my heart is far too tired to pretend, the song stays silent like an old faithful friend. doesn't ask me where the damage came from. It just plays on until the feeling goes numb. Amber streetlights cast a copper ribbon line across the vinyl sleeve from 1999. The speaker wire hums a gentle heat as golden leaves drift past the rainy street. That intrusive thought that tried to take my breath fades into a soft piano cadence instead. No speech required, no explanations. Oh, just three warm chords to lighten up the load. The low bass frequency begins to bloom, chasing the shadows out across the carpet gloom. When my heart is far too tired to pretend, the song stays silent like an old faithful friend. Soft golden harmonics wrapped around the chill, holding me steady while the city stands still. It doesn't ask me where the damage came from. It just plays on until the feeling goes numb. Lens flare on the window pane, tape hiss on the track. Some days you wander out, some days you can't go back. But the acoustic guitar fills the hollowed space, resting a gentle palm upon my tired face. It sits beside me in the dim orange light, a quiet sanctuary keeping vigil tonight. The vinyl spins, it's quiet in the ring. I don't have to answer anything, just warm resonance in autumn air, and music keeping watch right there. Safe inside the song, safe inside the song. Why does the room feel heavier when I turn off the hallway light? Nobody's waiting to tell me I did enough today. The wet leaves stick to the glass like forgotten receipts, and my thoughts just drift through 3 different seasons at once. I press play without looking at the screen, and a warm synth chord spills across the floor like dark tea. I don't need a conversation, I don't need a single piece of advice. Just let the bass line settle in my chest where everything hurts to touch. Stay right here while the tempo slows down. You don't ask where I lost my posture, you just fill up the empty corners of this room with an autumn warmth that never demands a word. When I'm too tired to exist out loud, the melody breathes for me. How many times can a person break without making a sound? The radiator clinks softly as the afternoon turns to dust. I count the scratchy piano notes like counting heartbeats, letting the stream of sound wash brush over my sore eyelids. An electric guitar bends gently in the left ear, but a quiet companion sitting on the edge of the mattress. No explanation needed for why I collapsed at 6 p.m. No need to fix what frayed inside the crowded subway car. The chords just loop and loop until the silence stops. Feeling cold, holding my weight while the city outside keeps running. Stay right here while the tempo slows down. You don't ask where I lost my posture. You just fill up the empty corners of this room with an autumn warmth that never demands a word. When I'm too tired to exist out loud, the melody breathes for me. Just a soft tape hiss in the dark. No answers to give, no expectations to meet. Just music keeping guard until I fall asleep. A scratch brass headphone adapter rests beside my cup. The steam from instant chamomile goes curling softly up. My shoulders carry heavy weight I cannot quite explain. Just another Tuesday evening drowning in the autumn rain. I press my finger to the glass, tracing drops outside. Too exhausted from the noise to find a place to hide. I do not want advice tonight or questions about my day. I just need someone who sits right here without a word to say. So I slide the velvet cushions on and let the kick drum start. A gentle pulse that steps inside the quiet of my heart. No demands for answers, no pretending I am fine. Just 4 sweet minutes where your rhythm matches mine. When the whole world feels too loud to bear, the chords just wrap around me in the chair. The sweater sleeves are pulled down low to cover up my hands. It's funny how an old bass line completely understands. It doesn't ask me why I failed or where I ought to go. It simply hums along the floorboards, steady, warm, and slow. The orange light from a neon sign leaks through the window screen, filling up the empty spaces in between. I do not need to fix the mess or figure out the end. I only need this quiet track to be my constant friend. So I slide the velvet cushions on and let the kick drum start. A gentle pulse that steps inside the quiet of my heart. No demand Just 4 sweet minutes where your rhythm matches mine. When the whole world feels too loud to bear, the chords just wrap around me in the chair. The chorus swells like yellow leaves swept across the street, a shelter built of an log where tired spirits meet. I close my eyes and breathe it in, the warmth of every string, finding healing in the simple grace that quiet measures bring. The final fade out lingers long into the dimming room, a silent guardian pushing back the shadow and the gloom. Still here with me, still keeping watch until I fall asleep. Burnt cardamom and wet wool drift across her tiny kitchen floor. Alina drops her keys into a dish and shuts the heavy wooden door. The city outside pressed too hard against her tired shoulders all afternoon. She doesn't turn the overhead lights on. She lets the twilight fill the room. A glowing screen lights up her fingertips with one soft tap. No phone calls to answer, no explanations owed, just 20 hertz of quiet comfort taking off the heavy load. The music stays beside her like a friend who doesn't speak. It wraps around her cold knees when her spirit feels too weak. A subtle ambient cello, a gentle synthetic hum, holding every broken hour until tomorrow comes. It asks for nothing back tonight, just lets her simply breathe. Sweet roasted hazelnut steam rises from a ceramic cup. She curls into the sofa corner, refusing to look up. The bass line pulses low and slow, a rhythmic steady beating heart. It doesn't tell her how to heal or demand where she should start. It simply sits in shadows as the golden autumn fades. No words required between them, no promises to keep, just gentle chord progressions lulling exhausted minds to sleep. The music stays beside her like a friend who doesn't speak. It wraps around her cold knees when her spirit feels too weak. A subtle ambient cello, a gentle synthetic hum, holding every broken hour until tomorrow comes. It asks for nothing back tonight, just lets her simply breathe. The world was loud and demanding from the moment dusk began, expecting her to stand so tall, to be the bravest she can. But here beneath the speaker warmth, she drops her heavy shield. The quiet melody becomes a safe and silent field. cardamom and fading chords. She closes her eyes at last. The song plays on without a word. Safe while the night moves past, just staying beside her, warm and still. A rusted brass key rests beside my cold tea. It hasn't opened anything in years. The radiator clicks its slow and steady beat while October rain settles on the screen. I don't have the energy to unpack the day or explain why my breathing feels so thin. So I press play without a single thought, letting the low synth wash across the floor. No questions asked, no reason sought, just a soft chord knocking at the door. And the music stays, it doesn't walk away. It holds the heavy quiet in the room, wrapped in amber sound as the dark turns gray. A gentle shelter from the autumn gloom. I don't need to speak, I don't need to try. It just sits right here while the hour slips by. Acoustic loop traces through the air, smoothing out the sharp edge of my thoughts. I pull my sweater close, leaning in the chair, counting up the battles that I fought. The singer doesn't know me, but the rhythm understands how to hold the shadow gently in its hands. So I press play without a single thought, letting the low synth wash across the floor. No questions asked, no reason sought, just a soft chord knocking at the door. And the music stays, it doesn't walk away. It holds the heavy quiet in the room, wrapped in amber sound as the dark turns gray. A gentle shelter from the autumn gloom. I don't need to speak, I don't need to try. It just sits right here while the hour slips by. The world outside demands 1,000 words. I cannot find it. Wants a braver face, a clearer mind. But these 4 minutes don't ask anything at all. They just catch me softly when I fall. The track fades out and loops right back around. A warm, steady blanket made of sound, still sitting here beside the bass line, feeling almost whole this time. Just staying quiet, just staying warm. Distant brake light squeals along the avenue as October rain coats the asphalt blue. You kick your boots off at the kitchen doorway, too worn to speak about what broke today. I press play softly on the wooden stand and let the warm low guitar take your hand. No need to tell me where the bruises start or parse the heavy weather in your heart. Just pull the woolen blanket to your chin and let the room begin. When you are tired of pretending to be strong, let this quiet melody hold you all night long. It asks for nothing, doesn't want your words, just hums the gentle truths you haven't heard. The world was loud, but here the chords remain. A warm room waiting underneath the rain. A delivery scooter hums and fades away, leaving only embers of the dying day. You close your eyes against the amber light, surrendering the burden of the fight. Piano pedals drop like falling leaves in cadence with the breath your chest receives. No need to tell me where the bruises start or parse the heavy weather in your heart. Just pull the woolen blanket to your chin and let the room begin. When you are tired of pretending to be strong, let this quiet melody hold you all night long. It asks for nothing, doesn't want your words, just hums the gentle truths you haven't heard. The world was loud, but here the chords remain. A warm room waiting underneath the rain. People always want you to explain the grief, to find a quick resolution, a sudden relief. But this song just sits on the edge of your bed, resting a gentle hand upon your head, without an answer, without a demand. It simply understands. So close your eyes, my friend. Let the winter prelude tend to every broken thread you hold, safe inside this acoustic gold. Just rest tonight. The song is keeping you in sight. Burnt sugar and damp pine bark float through Julian's open kitchen window. He hangs his heavy wool jacket over the back of a creaking chair. The city outside demands answers he does not have to give tonight. He turns off the overhead light and sits down on the worn rug. The slow acoustic progression begins to spill softly from the wooden speaker box. No one asks him to explain the quiet in his chest. No one measures how much he gave away today. The rhythm just moves in small, patient circles, filling the empty corners of the small room without a word. And the music sits beside him like an old friend who understands, wrapping warm golden frequencies around his tired hands. It doesn't tell him to fix what broke or push through the dark. It just stays right there, breathing softly through every bar. A gentle shelter where he doesn't have to be strong. He rests his forehead against his knees as the tempo settles low. Outside, yellow jinko leaves fall into wet gutters on the street. He spent 12 hours keeping up with voices that never stopped. But here the electric piano notes do not ask for a response. They simply drop like heavy velvet curtains over the noisy day. No one asks him to explain the quiet in his chest. No one measures how much he gave away today. The rhythm just moves in small, patient circles, filling the empty corners of the small room without a word. And the music sits beside him like an old friend who understands, wrapping warm golden frequencies around his tired hands. It doesn't tell him to fix what broke or push through the dark. It just stays right there, breathing softly through every bar. A gentle shelter where he doesn't have to be strong. The cello swells like autumn twilight settling on the hills. Julian lets his shoulders drop an inch lower toward the floor. Words always demand a reason, but chords just offer space. He closes his eyes and lets the warmth wash clean over his face. The final chord lingers long after the needle lifts. The apartment is quiet, but the lingering warmth remains. Julian breathes in the cool night air through the screen. He is still tired, but he is no longer alone. An old regret slips through, quiet, sharp and sudden in the dark. The halogen streetlight outside casts yellow grid lines across my hardwood floor. I press play on a track recorded back in 2024, and a low electric bass kick fills the hollows of the apartment wall. The window frame hums with the October chill outside. Ember street lamps flicker as the wind pulls leaves down from the sycamore trees. I pull my knees up into the warm woolen sweater while the synth pads bleed through the room like soft light. No one speaks, but the Fender chords know where it hurts the most. They wrap around my shoulders like an oversized winter coat when the whole city demands another piece of my mind. This 4-track loop keeps me safe inside the timeline. Shadows tilt against the bookshelf as the bridge begins to swell. An analog delay unit catches the echo of a muted guitar note. Steam rises off my untouched mug of black tea on the sill, while subtle warm tape hiss fills every corner of the silence. The window frame hums with the October chill outside. Ember street lamps flicker as the wind pulls leaves down from the sycamore trees. I pull my knees up into the worn woolen sweater while the synth pads bleed through the room like soft light. No one speaks, but the Fender chords know where it hurts the most. They wrap around my shoulders like an oversized winter coat when the whole city demands another piece of my mind. This 4-track loop keeps me safe inside the timeline. The camera zooms in on the dust motes floating through the amplifier light. Outside, yellow taxis slide along wet pavement under autumn skies. I don't need a text, I don't need anyone to fix my evening now. Just this warm frequency holding me before the sun comes around. The final chord decays into 40 seconds of room reverb. A quiet hum remains on the wooden floor, still wrapped in wool, still breathing slow. The music held me all night long. Bent paper clip rests on the pine desk outside the window. Autumn leaves drift through the amber haze. I haven't spoken a genuine word since noon. My shoulders carry a noise I cannot explain. I reach across the cold wood and slide the velvet cushions over my ears, letting the warm low chords settle into my bones. No one is asking how my hours are spent. No one expects me to make any sense. Just a quiet acoustic guitar wrapping around my spine, taking the sharp edges off the evening line. When the piano holds my weight tonight, I don't have to explain why I'm tired inside. It doesn't demand a single answer or a smile. It just stays right here and breathes with me. shift of dusk and shade. The simple song keeps the dark at bay. I watch a ring of condensation dry beside my cup. The city outside runs on a clock that never slows up. But these soft harmonies don't judge the shadows in my chest. They pull up a chair and let my spirit rest. A faint tape hiss, a tender minor key, filling the hollow room until I'm finally free. When the piano holds my way tonight, I don't have to explain why I'm tired inside. It doesn't demand a single answer or a smile. It just stays right here and breathes with me a while. In the gentle shift of dusk and shade, the simple song keeps the dark at bay. Words get tangled when I try to speak. Explanations only make me feel more weak. So I let the mid-tones wash across my skin, a gentle wall where the cold stops coming in. It understands the ache without a phrase. It sits beside me through the quiet haze. Just for one chord's on repeat. Cold October floorboards beneath my feet. No questions asked, no heavy task. Just the music keeping guard in the gold, holding the thoughts I cannot hold. Roasted chicory and wet birch bark hang heavy in the late October dark. She drags her boots along the yellowed street, her spirit drained from days that feel complete. Every conversation pulled an endless thread, with heavy expectations buzzing in her head. She turns the lock and steps inside her room, and slowly sheds the quiet evening gloom. No demands to speak, no answers left to give, just a shaded corner where her lungs can lift. She taps the glass and picks a warm indie track, and feels the heavy daylight slipping off her back. The chord progression catches her before she falls. Warm electric piano echoing off the walls. It doesn't ask her why she feels so warm tonight. It simply fills the twilight with an amber light. Without a single word, the harmony remains, a quiet shelter from the autumn rains. Her screen keeps flashing with a dozen messages unread. She flips it face down on the quilted bed. The kick drum hums softly at a gentle pace, creating safety in this tiny space. Sub-bass ripples through the cedar floor, locking out the noise beyond her bedroom door. No demand to say what turned her day so gray, just the warm soundscape washing doubt away. She rests her temple on the window glass and watches misty autumn streetlights pass. The chord progression catches her before she falls. Warm electric piano echoing off the walls. It doesn't ask her why she feels so warm tonight. It simply fills the twilight with an amber light. Without a single word, the harmony remains, a quiet shelter from the autumn rains. People always want a piece of who she ought to be, fixing broken places that she doesn't want to see. But this song sits beside her like a silent friend, asking for no answers, expecting no end, just for slow minutes in a minor key. Give her permission to just let it be. The chord progression catches her before she falls. Warm electric piano echoing off the walls. It doesn't ask her why she feels so warm tonight. It simply fills the twilight with an amber light. Without a single word, the harmony remains, a quiet shelter from the autumn rains. The trailing reverb lingers in the dark outside, the scent of damp oak bark. She takes a breath and lets her eyes close tight. The music stayed with her tonight, still staying near, safe right here. One sudden sharp memory breaks the quiet. Inside a kitchen dimly lit by rain, a sudden thought of how I failed them all tonight cuts through the room with heavy quiet pain. I press play on a slow synth track to stop the spiral turning back. The amber glow of glowing smart glass panes reflects the amber tea inside my cup. No spoken words are left to explain. I let the warm bass pick me up. This sanctuary made of sound and wire stays close beside me while the evening ends. A quiet chord progression like a fire, the only thing that doesn't ask to mend. When I am far too tired to even speak, the music stands beside me, strong and meek. Outside the window, wet oak leaves collapse on wet asphalt in 2034. The headphones cushion every quiet lapse of courage dropping to the wooden floor. A soft electric cello starts to boom, filling the empty corners of the room. The amber glow of glowing smart glass panes reflects the amber tea inside my cup. No spoken words are left to explain. I let the warm bass pick me up. This sanctuary made of sound and wire stays close beside me while the evening ends. A quiet chord progression like a fire, the only thing questions asked, no judgment in the key. Just four soft bars that keep on holding me. The track fades slow into the rain outside, a lingering decay of velvet sound. Nowhere to run, no place I need to hide. Just steady rhythms on this quiet ground, still holding me right here in the warm, silent dark. A wet bicycle chain ticks down the alleyway, and autumn leaves stick to the wet pavement stones. You pull your worn jacket closer to your chest, tired from carrying a world you cannot own. You drop your keys onto the low wooden shelf, too drained to explain where the hurt comes from. I won't ask you to speak a single word tonight. Just rest your heels while the speakers hum. We don't need small talk to fill up the room. We don't need answers to make it through November. Let the electric chords wash over the dark, giving us something gentle to remember. So sit right here beside the flickering lamp. Let the slow bass line hold what you cannot bear. When your heart is exhausted from fighting the day, this music stays quietly with you in the chair. No demands, no questions, just warmth in the sound. A shelter of wood and wire spun around. The radiator clicks with a faint metallic thrum, matching the tempo of a digital synth track. I press play on a melody we used to love, watching the tension slowly leave your back. You close your eyes as the synth pads unfold, tracing amber light patterns across the floor. Sometimes a friend just means sitting in the dark, guarding the silence right behind the door. We don't need small talk to fill up the room. We don't need answers to make it through November. Let the electric chords wash over the dark, giving us something gentle to remember. So sit right here beside the flickering lamp. Let the slow bass line hold what you cannot bear. When your heart is exhausted from fighting the day, this music stays quietly with you in the chair. No demands, no questions, just warmth in the sound. A shelter of wood and wire spun around. The world outside keeps rushing down the is real. You don't have to fix anything right now. Just breathe in the hum and let your shoulders down. So sit right here beside the flickering lamp. Let the slow bass line hold what you cannot bear. When your heart is exhausted from fighting the day, this music stays quietly with you in the chair. No demands, no questions, just warmth in the sound. A shelter of wood and wire spun around. The track fades out into the quiet night, a gentle refuge in the October air. You are safe here, my friend. Just rest right here. Dried acorn cap sits beside my mug, trapping the fading amber of 5 o'clock. I haven't said a word to anyone since noon, just tracing small circles on the oak table. I press play on the synth loop, and the quiet room softly bends inward. My shoulders fall 2 inches lower now. No answers needed, no explanations required. The autumn wind rattles the glass frame, but the warmth in the speaker stays steady. Let the electric piano wrap around my chest. It doesn't ask me why I'm tired. It doesn't tell me to cheer up or fix my life. It just sits with me in the dark, a faithful low-frequency friend, holding space until the midnight passes. Screen dims to a soft pulse. Raindrops slide down the window pane as a muted bass line steps in slowly. Every bruised thought I couldn't put into words finds a safe corner to rest, folded beneath the 4-bar chord progression. Sometimes silence feels too sharp to bear alone, and human speech demands more than I can offer. So this quiet melody takes the weight, saying nothing at all, yet understanding everything. Inside the sound, silent comfort till the dawn. Street sweeper bristles scrape the dripping curb, and you just slump against my faded sofa cushions. You haven't said a word since 7 tonight. Your phone face down, your eyes bruised with October. I won't ask you what broke your spirit today. I'll just turn the wooden dial and let it play. You don't have to explain a single thing. The low chords are already settling in. Let the music wrap around your shoulders like wool. It doesn't ask for answers, it just sits with you. While the amber street lights flicker through the glass, we can let the quiet song pull us through. You are allowed to fall apart right here. The melody will stay until you're clear. A rainy gust shakes the yellow chestnut trees as warm acoustic lines fill up the kitchen space. You finally kick your boots off by the door and close your eyes. A sense soften the place. No advice to give, no speech to remake, just steady bass to share the weight you take. You don't have to carry it all alone tonight. The hum of the speaker makes the cold feel light. Let the music wrap around your shoulders like wool. It doesn't ask for answers, it just sits with you. While the amber street lights flicker through the glass, we can let the quiet song pull us through. You are allowed to fall apart right here. The melody will stay until you're clear. This fading track, do the breathing now. A silent sanctuary built without a vow. Rest your head, my friend. The track is still spinning. It stays right beside you. It stays right beside you. Damp cinnamon bark and wet pavement float through her open window screen. Sienna drops her heavy tote bag onto the worn rug in between. The bookshelf and the floor lamp casting gold upon the wall. Her shoulder muscles ache from carrying the weight of autumn's fall. She doesn't want to speak to anyone or answer modern chimes. Just unzips her damp boots softly, leaving behind the crowded times. She clicks the wooden knob below, warmth starts to fill the room. An electric piano blooming through the quiet October gloom. No demands and no conditions, no questions asked at all. Just a velvet wave of sound that catches her before she falls. And the music holds her steady while the world outside grows cold, wrapping around her weary mind with stories never told. It doesn't ask her why she's quiet or why her eyelids drop so low. It just sits beside her softly in the amber evening glow. A silent friend made out of cords, keeping vigil in the dark, giving shelter to a heart that lost its tiny spark. She leans against the armchair with her fingers traced in wool, watching dust mote spin in melody as the steady beat stays full. The ambient synth washes over all the noise she bore today, rinsing off the frantic deadlines, blowing all the strain away. The bassline pulses tenderly, a calm and rhythmic pulse, reminding her that healing doesn't need to be coerced. She clicks the wooden knob, a low warmth starts to fill the room, an electric piano blooming through the quiet October gloom. No demands and no conditions, no questions asked at all. Just a velvet wave of sound that catches her before she falls. And the music holds her steady while the world outside grows cold, wrapping around her weary mind with stories never told. It doesn't ask her why she's quiet or why her eyelids drop so low. It just sits beside her softly in the amber evening glow. A silent friend made out of cords, keeping vigil in the dark, giving shelter to a heart that lost its tiny spark. People always expect a speech, an explanation, or a smile, but the song just lets her close her eyes and rest a little while. It sways beside her shoulder like an old companion's hand, understanding every secret that she didn't have to plan. October leaves brush at the glass. The room is warm and still. The melody takes up the space that silence couldn't fill. And the music holds her steady while the world outside grows cold, wrapping around her weary mind with stories never told. It doesn't ask her why she's quiet or why her eyelids drop so low. It just sits beside her softly in the amber evening glow. A silent friend made out of cords, keeping vigil in the dark, giving shelter to a heart that lost its tiny spark. The track fades to a gentle hush, but leaves a warm embrace. Sienna breathes the cinnamon air. Inside her quiet place, she isn't cured, but she is safe within the soothing sound. The music stayed beside her till her peace was found.